Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Gold Stripe Podcast. I'm here with James, episode 9. For this episode, we got a lot of new information, a lot of updates about our podcast, and then some new ideas that we have for the future. But before we get started, let's bow our heads and get in a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the weather you've given us. It may be a little bit cold, but we appreciate just what you've done for us in our lives, God. Thank you for the facilities that we have available to us here at Trine, and just bless this podcast and help us to have a good time and sharing your word, but also to just enjoy fellowship with each other. In Son's name, amen.
Amen. All right, so Caleb, you want to get into some of our ideas for a little revamp for the podcast?
Yeah. So me and James have been kind of talking, and we feel like we want to kind of change things up, and we have some new ideas on how we want to lay out our podcast, but we want to do some more fun stuff. We want to make the podcast more enjoyable for not only you guys, but also for us. Like, we could sit here and talk about sports all day long.
Oh, yeah.
But we also want to have a lot more fun with it too. So what we've been thinking is with the D3 profiles, we feel like that's enough talking for one episode. So we're going to keep the D3 profiles the same. We're going to keep trying to find some people that interview and have on the podcast and just talk with them. But for like our normal episodes, what we're going to do is we're going to have a bunch of new segments that we're coming up with. We have a few new ones on this one. But we want to do a lot more stuff like outside of the podcast room that we can have content wise. And we'll talk more about that later on in the episode, and you guys will see what we mean. But hopefully if you guys have any other ideas too, just what we can do, but we have a lot in store for the future, not only this year but next year too. But yeah, sure. I mean, you got anything else to add on?
No, you pretty much summed it all up, man.
Yeah, so we're not changing a whole lot, but we just want to make it a lot more enjoyable, because I know me and James enjoyed listening to ourselves talk, but some people might not, and I mean, that's not their fault. Like, well, I think what makes a good podcast like fun is when you switch it up, but also just when you're able to have fun, and the audience can have fun too. So
yep.
But you want to get us into our first segment of the day?
The weekend. And the weekend was fun.
It was pretty fun, yeah.
Because of what?
The Trine Thunder.
Trine Thunder basketball team.
The D3 national champions.
It was a crazy run.
It was unreal.
Yeah.
It started out on Thursday when they went in the Final Four game. Mm-hmm. Against Trinity. They were projected to lose by like 12 points, I think.
Yeah, we had a 4% chance to win the whole tournament going into it. Or not the whole tournament, sorry, the Final Four.
Yeah, going into the weekend, we had a 4% chance. In that game, we ended up winning by what, 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went by 10.
Double digits.
Beat a really good Trinity team. Like, I don't know, it was an unreal atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, there was tons of students everywhere. Yeah. It was funny because there was only one section of the other team, because they're from, what was it? Was that Virginia or was that Connecticut?
That was Connecticut.
Yeah. So they had parents and that's it. And it was in Fort Wayne, so it was about 45 minutes away from Trine. Mm-hmm. And we had there was a lot of people there. I don't know about the Final Four game, but I know for the final game, we set a D3 championship record with attendance.
It's like 4,500 people went to the game.
Yeah.
But I guess it helps when you have one of the teams is from the Fort Wayne area, pretty much.
It had to have been about 80% Trine.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It was just that section behind them too. But yeah, so then going into the championship game, we were playing against what was their name? Hampton Sweeney.
Hampton Sweeney, yeah.
Yeah, and they were a good team.
They were.
I think they were like 31-2 coming into the game, which is like I think one of the best records in college or D3 college basketball. And
they had a kid who could shoot the lights out of it.
Brazil. Yeah, they had this tiny white point guard, and he had a pure jumper.
Yeah.
I think he had like 26 of their points.
He's one of those guys, when you see the shot going up, you just know it's going in.
You pray that it doesn't go in.
Yeah. You're just hoping he was slightly off.
Yeah. And thankfully for us, we came out and played pretty well. We were down 2 at half.
Yeah.
But we came out, punched them in the mouth, and took it from there. I mean,
Yeah.
it really was. I mean, it got close here and there, but I mean, we had the momentum the whole second half.
The second half, yeah, that was a huge momentum swing for us. But at the end of the game, I thought we were going to lose it at some point.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, because we were turning the ball over. We couldn't handle pressure.
Yeah.
And you would think with our all-conference guards we'd be able to handle some pressure, but apparently not. We were kind of freaking out.
It was very weird. Like, it was very sloppy. And I was talking to Colin, one of my professors today that was at the game. It was I felt like the reason we won was because they played our game. They played very sloppy too, and I don't think that's what, like, just from watching them play the game before us on Thursday, like, they seemed like a much more like disciplined team.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't gonna turn the ball over. Like, they were gonna take their time, but it just felt like we rushed them up and we caused turnovers and caused havoc, and that's really why we won, is because they were playing our game.
Yeah, well, at the same time, you got to give credit to the defense because our defense has been very good this year. When you have a big 6'9" black dude who can jump out of the gym in the paint at all times, it's gonna wreck havoc, because you could tell he had a huge impact because they kept missing bunnies. Even when he wouldn't jump to swat him, they were still like trying to shoot it. They were scared. Yeah. And I think even though he's not like a fantastic basketball player, just his presence down there has a huge impact on any game.
Yeah, and it helps that you have a bunch of fifth-year guys, fourth-year guys that have that experience and that hunger and drive. But yeah, I would say the championship game wasn't nearly as good as the Final Four game, but I mean, crazy atmospheres. Yeah, it was nuts being D3 national champs.
D3 national champs, it's nice.
I mean, we're not, but like,
yeah,
our
but
school
we're a
is.
part of it. Yeah,
we're there.
Hey, 2 times. Well, in the last 365 days,
Women's
two
softball
national
and
champs. Football's next, potentially.
That's the plan. Yeah, it was crazy. St. Patrick's weekend too, so it was pretty crazy here too.
Yeah,
I mean, pretty crazy everywhere, but overall, I mean, and then we started spring ball practices last night.
8:45 at night. Yeah.
Well,
they moved it up.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be 8:45, but they moved it up to 8.
Snow and all, we had practice last night. It was pretty. I mean, I thought it was good. Good to get back out there. I missed it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Well, I have a position change, so it's a little tougher, but it's nice going out there and just playing and not having to just lift all the time.
Yeah, it's nice to get a change a little bit, change the scenery. But yeah, I mean, we got from here on out the next couple Sundays and Wednesdays and a few Tuesdays and Thursdays. Spring ball. So
thank goodness it's not this Thursday, because you know what this Thursday is? March Madness.
That's true. Well,
best time
every
of the year.
day, like pretty much, I think every day this week, technically,
well,
like the first 4.
I mean, yeah, but Thursday, that's when it goes down.
Thursday is going to be
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the best 4 days of the year right there.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, why not transition to that? Talk about that.
So we're going to do a little segment. It's like pardon the interruption. So we're going to do a time thing. So each one of us, like, we're going to have a question or like a prompt, and we're each going to talk about it for a minute, try to get as much info as possible, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, so basically, like what James said. So James will talk for a minute, I'll talk for a minute, and then we'll switch to another topic. But yeah.
All right, man. I'll question you first. So who do you think was the biggest surprise in the conference tournament? Go.
I think that NC State was the biggest surprise for me. Winning the ACC, like, I thought that North Carolina was just going to be the powerhouse.
Oh, for sure.
Especially like the way they manhandled like Duke, like before the tournament, just how they've been playing. Like, Armando Bacot is a premier center in that league, so it really shocked me. And they have that big, I don't know his name. I never found out his name, but the big guy on NC State. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know who the big guy.
He's a chunkier fella, but like he moves pretty nimble.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. There's something about him, man. It's just those big guys that are always just super flashy in the paint and like they just make crazy plays. But yeah, I think NC State for me was the biggest upset, I would say. But yeah.
All right, you got it under the time. All right, for me, I have Iowa State. And not because people didn't expect them to be good, but the way they manhandled Houston. I mean, I had Houston going in this tournament thinking, this team, like, I don't know who's going to beat them. I don't know if they looked unbeatable. The defense they had, I mean, I think they're averaging their opponents to about 60 points a game, and they're playing good enough offense. They're playing they're playing great offense, not elite offense, but they're playing great offense to go along with it. And the fact that Iowa came out there and beat them by 20 plus is absolutely crazy. I was like, from the start, you could tell Iowa State had a mission, and they wanted to win that game. And now it brings some questions into, is Houston a legit contender for this national championship, the way they got manhandled in their last game? It might give them motivation, but at the same time, Iowa State showed they still have a lot of flaws, which every number one seed I feel like does after this point, watching the conference tournaments where almost all the number one seeds lost, potential number one seeds, except for UConn. So that's what I got.
All right. So who's your pick then? After seeing all the conference winners, who's your pick right now that you would say?
I have Purdue, and it's hard for me to trust them. Every year they let me down, but this year, even though they got beat, it's tough because I feel like they just make games close, but at the same time they win the games they're supposed to win. And I think they have enough talent on the perimeter with their guard play. I mean, they have multiple guys shooting 40% plus from three. As a team, they're shooting 40% from three, or about 39. And Zach Edey's averaging 25, 26 points a game, back-to-back, player of the year. And I don't understand. I don't know how they lose this. The only way they lose this, I feel like, is if they go cold from three, which is the only reason they've lost any of their games this year. And it's going to happen to any team. So it's all about luck, especially in March. You know that. Any team can get hot and upset another team, but at the same time, this team is the most talented in the NCAA right now.
For me, I feel like it's just got to be Houston still. Like, yeah, they got like upset in the conference championship, but look at it in the perspective of like Trine. Trine got beat by 16 to Olivet, who is no discredit to Olivet. They're a good team, but we beat them in the regular season by like 20. I think the first time we played them. And then we go there, it's the last game of the regular season, and we lose by 16. So it's like, what? So I think Houston had one of those nights where they couldn't shoot the ball very well. They're probably tired just from the week and whatnot. And they got away from how they play basketball. Because they like, at the end of the day, they set their cap on defense. And I think that Iowa State was able to figure out their defense. Maybe they were playing a little sloppy on defense, but I think Houston is still my favorite to win the championship.
That's a good pick for sure. I mean, they're still a contender no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if they did lose that game, might give them extra motivation. That's the tough part to determine who's frauds and who's going to use as motivation.
Yeah.
So, all right. So who you got for upset alerts? Teams that can make a run.
Man, I don't really know. Like, there's not really a team that really jumps out to me that much. I feel like Virginia. I feel like they're going to make it out of the first four and at a 10 seed. They'll be a 10 seed, right? If they win.
Yes, they're a 10 seed.
Yeah, like I think they can cause some havoc. I don't know why. They're always a pretty good tournament team. Like, they haven't been the team that they were back a few years ago with Kyle Guy and all of them. But I still think that they're coached very well, and I think that they play in a tough conference in the ACC. But I think that they could definitely beat a couple teams and go a little bit deeper than. They're not going to go too deep, but they could definitely mess up some people's brackets, in my opinion.
Is there another team you got?
Not really. I mean, I forget the team's name, but there was another team, but I didn't really pay attention to them much.
Gotcha.
They won their tournament pretty well, but I think it was Morehead State.
Morehead State?
Yeah. They played pretty well in their conference tournament.
Yeah. All right, so first of all, I think Oregon's beating South Carolina, like dominating them.
Mm-hmm.
That's one people are high on South Carolina. I don't think so. But the real two teams that I got who are definitely going to make a run is I think Michigan State. I think Michigan State is going to beat North Carolina after beating Mississippi State. So I think they're making it to the Elite Eight. They have fantastic guard play who have played a lot better in the past couple of weeks, and I feel like even though they lost to Purdue, they played them well enough to win and realistically could have won that game. So I really like them. But another team, one that you might not have heard of, is McNeese. They're playing Gonzaga. McNeese went from a 23-loss team last year
to a
30-win team this year.
That's who it was. Yeah.
They cause a lot of turnovers from what I've heard. They hold their opponents to about 75 a game, which is not good, but at the same time, they're scoring a lot of points with it. So I looked up in the last 6 games, they've won by like 20-plus points. And so they're just on a roll right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But it definitely scares me that they give up that many points.
That was the team I was thinking about because I watched them win their conference and they played pretty well. I couldn't tell how the other, I've never watched any of their teams they play, but they just the way they moved the ball and the way they played together it was very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely nice. All right.
So who's a surprise team that you think could go pretty far in the tournament?
Well, I kind of went over this with McNeese. I think they're a surprise team for maybe 2 rounds. I think Kansas will beat Samford and McNeese will upset them. So I think they'll make it to the Elite Eight. But I also think Oregon, like I already said, South Carolina, I think they can beat Creighton as well. They've been hot recently. But a more realistic team, I would say, would be Washington State. I like Washington State a lot. At the same time, though, Drake's a good team too, so they could be on upset alert. But it could go either way for a lot of teams. I could see a lot of teams heating up, like Wisconsin. I don't know if you count that they're 5 seeds, so I don't know if that's like a surprise pick. But
yeah,
Wisconsin played very well throughout the Big Ten tournament, and I think they could go far as well.
Yeah. For me, I would say I'm riding this team pretty hard, but Marquette. I think Marquette can go very far in this tournament. In one of my brackets, I have them going all the way to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
So I think they have I forget his name. They have that white point guard. He was out during their conference.
Yes, he's
tournament.
been out, but people are saying he might come back.
He is coming back.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's.
Gosh darn it! I picked him to lose. Sorry to interrupt.
He'll be back for the tournament. They said, and when he's back, they're going to be really good. I don't know how available he'll be, but that's another presence that people the teams have to defend, and I feel like their guard play wasn't as great without him. They have pretty good bigs too, but just how scrappy they are. They're going to be in every game.
Yeah.
That they play in, but it wasn't. I wasn't very I thought they were going to beat UConn, but UConn's also a good team. But
UConn killed them though.
Yeah. UConn's a good team, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them.
By UConn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a big target on their head.
Big target. I feel like there's no way they go back to back.
Yeah.
They have all the pieces to do it, but I just don't think they will.
I have them winning in our U crew in one of my brackets.
Really? I just don't think they're going. I just don't think they're going 2 in a row. I don't think they're a tough enough team to do that. But
they play good.
March is just about playing.
Yeah.
It's all about getting hot. That's a beautiful part about it.
Mm-hmm.
Any team can win. Really, a 5 seed and up, anyone can win. So, who knows? All right, last one for this. Shocking teams that did not make it.
Indiana State. And let me tell you why. Because they have one of the premier big men in college basketball right now in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Cream as in cookies and cream. Because he's a white boy.
He's a white boy, yeah.
But he's got the goggles. He's a little bit of a chubbier fella, but dude, he can hoop.
Yeah.
I was really excited to see them play. I was yeah, they're. I think they won their conference, did they? Or no, they lost their conference. They lost.
That's why they didn't get in.
But they played. They had 20 some wins, right? I think they had 23 wins or something like that. Let me.
They had a decent amount. I feel like it was more than that, but I could be wrong. Indiana State, that's where Larry Bird played, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had 28 wins.
I was going to say, I thought they had close to 30 wins.
They had 20. They went 28-6. What? And the fact that because they lost their conference, I guess their reasoning was because their strength of schedule wasn't that well, but still,
yeah,
they would have caused havoc in March.
You know what? I guess would you call yourself an Indiana State fan?
I mean,
You root for them?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going kind of the same route because I think Ohio State, not that they should have made it, but I'm surprised they didn't. And the only reason they didn't,
Surprised or disappointed?
I'm both. Because the way we were playing, I was sure that we were going to beat Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
And once we beat Illinois, we were getting in the tournament, I felt like. But the refs decided no can do. And I'm not going to lie, we were hacking them. But like 32 free throws compared to 13. I mean, at some point, the calls got to at least be half of what they called. And yeah, I'm just a little bit angry about that. But Ohio State should have gotten in. We were playing like a good team, but now we're in the NIT, and I feel like we're gonna turn some heads. No, we're not even a 1 seed. I think we're a 2 seed, but I could be wrong. NIT is a little bit different. I think though. I don't know how exclusive the process is.
I know Indiana State's a 1 seed because I saw that on their Twitter.
They are?
Yeah. But
actually, I don't know if I've seen it.
But yeah.
Number 2 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think we were number 1. But there was a lot of teams that got knocked out that could have gotten in just because teams played very well, or like FAU, they lost their conference tournament and they were probably getting in either way. And so that takes away a spot from another team because 2 in that conference got in when normally it's just 1. So there was a lot of situations like that, I've heard.
All right. Well, so now we're going to go into one of our news segments that I'm really excited about. So me and James are pretty competitive fellas.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we'll play, like, backyard football all the time with our friends and stuff. And, like, me and James will chirp back and forth at each other, like, because James is on the opposite side of the ball, like, when we actually play. Now he doesn't guard me because he's scared, but...
I'm just moved to a better position.
But, so what we're going to do, like, for the next... Probably want to say the rest of the semester...
Yeah.
The rest of the semester, we're gonna have like a competition of some sort, and whoever I guess who has the most wins by the end of the semester, we'll either do like a prize or we'll do a punishment for the loser.
Either way, the punishment would probably be more fun.
Yeah, but what we're gonna do for this week is we are going to have a punt, pass, kick competition, and what that entails is. We will both start on the opposite goal lines, and we will see how far. Like, the goal is to make a field goal, right? Is that what we're going for?
I mean, yeah,
if we
probably.
Can,
yeah.
If we can.
I don't know how good. I don't know if I have.
I'm pretty confident in myself. So
I mean, I think I could probably make a PAT. Maybe that's probably the max.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to make it through the uprights.
No, yeah. But I'm saying, I mean, PAT is probably my max.
Yeah.
But, maybe,
that's the goal.
Maybe I got a leg on me. I don't know.
But yeah. So what we're gonna do that, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, have a little fun with it.
Welcome back, guys. We're in the frigid, cold temperatures of Angola, Indiana, ready to do a little pump, pass, kick competition. It's gonna be cold, but it's gonna be fun. So hope you guys like it. This one's for you guys. Start us off with a good one. Oh, come on! No! Whoa! Where'd that come from? What the? There's my first one. It was like 31 yards. The bounce is not very good, but this one, I'll bet you it goes past 50. So watch this. That's how you do it, baby. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Let it roll, baby. Let it roll.
So James got about what, 65 yards, he said? Pretty far.
Oh yeah, it's pretty far.
It's at least on the past the opposite 40. So let's see what I can do with my first kick. It's also just started snowing.
Oh, that's not too bad. Oh my goodness.
So James made it. He's still about 2 yards ahead of me. That was just my first kick. Hopefully this one can get a better roll. But yeah.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's a victory.
That one did not have as good of a roll as I thought it was going to be. James went to the first event. Or three. We'll see what we can do.
First attempt for the throws. You know, as a former high school QB, I got to show off the cannon, so let's see it. Right at the 40 by the looks of it. Not too bad, not a bad first throw. What I need is a 3-step drop here. That's what I need. So, ready, T, so hut. All right, like the 44.
All right. James got it about 44 yards. I need 45 to beat it. You know, not ideal conditions.
Not at all. Not.
All right, we can't really tell totally where it will land in, but we're pretty sure it's pretty close. So we'll say we're even right now. But I'm gonna go with my second throw. Hopefully this one gets past the 45, maybe hits the 50. We'll see. Here we go.
No way.
I think I did it, boys and girls.
No way. You know, I was a holder in high school, so I basically know how to kick. Feeling very confident on this one, so let me show you how it's done. Give me that.
I got warm, I think. Either that or my hands are just frigid. I can't feel them. But I didn't kick at all in high school. I caught the kicks, so this will be interesting. Hopefully I can make this one, you know. I'm an athlete, so I pride myself on being able to do a lot of things. But here we go.
Wow.
Right down the middle, past the net. We do that.
So we both drilled the first one. Got to move back all the way to the 10. I don't know if I have the leg strength for this one, but we'll give her a go.
Alright, James made a good kick, but unfortunately for you, I'm gonna have to make this one also.
Jeez, dude, you got a 5-yard head start, man. Wow.
Wide right.
Wow.
Wide right.
Man, clearly you were not a kicker in high school.
Well, James got the better of me in the competition.
Oh, yeah.
But we're
Hey.
yeah.
I'm a winner. I'm a winner. What can I say?
But the next time I'll definitely get him. I'm not sure what we'll do yet, but we have a couple of ideas.
Yeah.
All right, now before we close, we're gonna do another little game with each other where we're gonna we're gonna quiz each other on the NFL teams. We have to guess the NFL team based on where each player went to college, so based on their position. So like James could give me someone and be like, yeah, their running back went to Georgia, and their quarterback was from Oklahoma, and I would have to guess like based off of who those are, what the team is. Then we'll go back and forth 3 times.
Yep.
We won't add this to the points for the competition, but yeah, I'll get us started.
Okay.
But yeah, all right. This team's QB1 went to Alabama.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I'm thinking Eagles or Miami right now. Oh, I guess Tua. I mean, not Tua, but Hurts could. I mean, he could be both, but we'll see.
This team's their receiver 2 went to Minnesota State.
Minnesota State, really? Well, I don't think it's either Tua or Jalen, because Waddle went to Alabama. So I don't. Let me think. Give me one more.
The running back 1 went to Oklahoma State.
RB1. So QB went to Alabama. Okay. I got to think about this one. Let's see. I'm going down my list. Not in the NFC North. It's not. It's not the AFC North. I don't think. Alabama. There's not a lot of Alabama QBs, I feel like.
I feel like you're missing one.
Yeah, well, clearly I am. Is he a big name?
Right now, yeah.
Right now. I know it's someone so incredibly obvious, too. I know for a fact.
Who all have you said?
I just said Tua and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, you're missing one.
Yeah. Tua, Jalen Hurts. After Tua. Oh, it's Mac Jones, probably. Is that the QB1, though? Where'd he get traded to? Gosh darn it. Okay. Man, I'm really blanking. I don't know. What is it?
The Panthers.
Oh, my goodness.
Bryce Young.
I forgot about Bryce Young. Completely.
He was pretty irrelevant this year, so.
Completely forgot about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty irrelevant. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I should have gotten that one. That was pretty obvious.
Adam Thielen went to Minnesota State.
I didn't know that. Oh, I did know that, actually.
And Chuba Hubbard went to Oklahoma State.
I was going to say, Chuba, I should have focused on the running backs. There's not a lot of Oklahoma State running backs in the NFL.
No, there's not.
All right, I got you. This one's gonna be kind of tough. I'll start you out hard, and then I'll go easier. So we're gonna go, three receivers here.
Okay. Oh, you're just giving me 3 receivers?
3 receivers right off the bat. Because
Okay.
you're a receiver. So
Okay.
Tulane, Purdue, and USC.
Tulane, Purdue, and USC.
And you've definitely heard of all these guys. Like, these aren't like bench players. These are NFL starters. Good receivers. Well, at least get a lot of attention.
Give me the quarterback.
Okay. MSU.
Michigan State? I have no idea.
You can keep asking, man.
Well, give me a running back.
The running back. I'll give you the tight end first.
Okay.
Tight end, Florida. Well, the running back's going to give it away for sure.
Tight end is from Florida.
Yeah.
The Falcons.
Yes.
Boom!
Yes. It is indeed the Falcons.
Kyle
yes.
Pitts is the only one I knew.
Yep. The other two, it was Darnell Mooney went to Tulane. Rondell Moore went to Purdue, and Drake London.
I couldn't remember where Rondell Moore was at.
Yeah, he
But
just
I
got
couldn't
signed
remember
or traded. I can't remember.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his first name.
Yeah.
I was thinking Moore, and I couldn't remember where he was at.
I mean, there's only one Purdue receiver that's relevant in the NFL, and it's him.
He kind of messed up Ohio State, didn't he, a few years ago?
Yeah, he actually killed us. It was actually terrible.
I remember that game. I watched it.
Oh, I remember it too. Don't worry.
Didn't you guys wear, your black jerseys that game or something like that? Or did we wear? Or did
No,
Purdue wore
Purdue
black?
wore the black. We just got killed.
Yeah. All right. You ready for this next one?
Yeah, I'm locked in now. I got to focus.
All right. This team's QB1 went to Georgia.
Okay.
Their running back one went to Notre Dame. Need I say more?
The Rams.
The Rams.
Bingo. I love Kyron Williams.
Me too.
Matt Stafford. Yep. Good guy. Good guy. I kind of forgot he went to Georgia.
I was gonna give you Puka after that, but
Where'd Puka go?
Hawaii, right?
I don't know. I think, well,
BYU.
yeah, I was going to say, I thought he lived in Hawaii. I didn't think he went to. All right, bud. This one's going to be tough. I'm not going to lie to you. Probably. Let me get you a good one. Wide receiver, well, borderline wide receiver 1, California. Their other wide receiver, he went to Maryland.
Okay.
Yep. Tight end, Notre Dame. So you should be able to get this, buddy.
Okay.
Need more? Okay. I'll help you out here.
Let me ask. Is there... I think I know who it is.
Who is it?
Is it the Raiders?
No.
Who is it?
I'll give you another hint. Running back went to Georgia.
What other tight end went to Notre Dame?
It's not. I honestly didn't even know this dude went to Notre Dame.
Where's their quarterback from?
Shepard. But this QB will probably not be QB1 for long. I would hope not. Yeah, you're definitely not getting this one. Let me see if I can make it really, really obvious. Wow. Yeah, there's not a lot of... This was definitely going to be... I definitely gave you the hint already.
Shepard?
I thought for sure you were getting this guy.
Shepard?
No, not Shepard. The
Notre
tight
Dame guy?
end. The tight end.
Michael Mayer is the only Notre Dame tight end I can think of right now.
No.
Him
no.
or...
Is Michael Mayer 85? I think he is, right?
I don't know.
Oh. Well, this kid's
I don't
also,
know what he is on.
This kid's also 85.
Is he younger or older than Michael Mayer?
Older. Well, yeah, definitely older. Their former QB1 went to Ohio State.
Is it the Bears?
Yeah. I thought you would get... I was like...
Wait, who's the tight end?
Cole Kmet.
He went to Notre Dame?
I guess. I did not know that until
What?
I was looking at this, yeah. I thought you
My
had to have
grandpa's
known
probably
that.
shaking his head right now.
Yeah, you're a fake fan, buddy.
Cole Kmet went to Notre Dame?
Cole Kmet, baby.
No way.
Cole Kmet.
Is it like that? Is it the Notre Dame College, maybe?
It says Notre Dame. I don't know.
I don't know, man. All right, you ready for your last one, boss?
Yeah.
Wait, do I have one more?
Yeah.
Like you were giving me one more?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. This team's QB1 went to Oklahoma. Doesn't really narrow anything.
Mm-mm. Could be Kyler. Could be Jalen Hurts.
This
Which is
team's
Kyler, though.
This team's running back, or no, this team's receiver 2 went to Penn State.
Penn State. I'm thinking Jahan Dotson, but I can't remember who their QB is on the Commanders.
Where the running backs go? Oh. They only have one running back right now? All right.
Wow, this team looks ready to go.
Oh, no, they are. Where's he at? Why is all the running backs, like, separated? I have it all together.
That's strange.
Okay. I can't find it.
We're going to lock in, bro.
I swear.
Seriously, man, you got to come prepared.
I swear I knew it too, but I wanted to fact check myself. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, they're free agents. Okay, I'll give you the receiver one. He went to Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
If you can't figure this out, just leave.
Texas. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's Baker and Tampa, for sure.
It's the Buccaneers.
Yeah, there's only one Texas A&M receiver I've heard. I know it's Mike Evans.
Yep.
I forgot about Baker. Went to
Who was their
Oklahoma.
running back?
It was Rashad. Or no. It was Jones, right?
Was it Rashad White?
Rashad White, yeah.
Wasn't there another one?
I think
Didn't they have like a bigger name? He was from the Patriots, right? He came with Tom Brady? Or am I bugging?
No.
Somebody else.
No, I don't think so.
Huh. I was trying to find somebody else, but...
Oh, no. All right, buddy. After that, whatever that was,
All
I don't
right.
know. I don't know what that was, but we're going to get into my last one. So, well, according to this, there's only one QB on the roster. And he's from Georgia. but he's a backup. But he's a winner. He was a winner in college. All right.
Okay.
Funny enough, their wide receiver 1/2, Penn State. Wide receiver 1, probably Ohio State.
Only one quarterback on the roster right now. And he went to Georgia, right?
Yes.
Who was the quarterback before? What's his name? Before Stetson Bennett. He was before Stetson Bennett, right?
Yeah.
So who was before Stetson Bennett? Can't remember his name.
I'll give you another. Tight end, Stanford. His first year on the team, though.
It doesn't really help me.
Okay, well,
Where's the running back from?
let's see. I believe it's Alabama. Yes, Alabama. Man, I thought you really knew ball, man.
I can't remember his name. I see his face. His face is in my head right now. And I have no idea where he's at either. Because he's been around. Is it the Commanders?
Bingo.
I could only think of is Bijan, right?
Brian.
Or Brian, yeah.
Brian Robinson.
Brian is the only like
I gave
running
you a
back.
tough one. You got that. That was pretty impressive.
What's
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
quarterback? I can't think of his name.
Jake Fromm.
Jake Fromm.
Yeah.
That's who it was.
Yeah. I didn't
I
realize
saw
they only
his
have
face.
one QB.
I saw his face. It kept saying Sam Darnold. I was like, it's not Sam Darnold.
No.
That is not his name.
No, not at all.
But yeah, that's all we got for this podcast.
Yep.
I hope you guys enjoy what we kind of have going forward. The next episode will either be another D3 interview, or we'll start talking about the NFL offseason that's kind of been
Yep.
crazy right now. But
Yeah.
thank you guys again for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yep.